Like a Doll's Eyes here with my review of the XM Studios Thor. And really this is more of a thank you to Rad Titan and especially Geo from Rad Titan. So I had originally owned the Thor Modern Premium format, and I really like that piece, and I still like that piece. I think that's a really well done piece by Sideshow, very classy. I know a lot of people had a problem with the face sculpt, but in hand it looked just fine. He was a little too skinny for me, and that was my issue with it. He was a little too skinny. I wasn't so sure I liked for Thor with my collection. I wanted a Thor that was a bit bigger, that stood out amongst the other characters. And so I was on the fence. Do I get the XM Thor? Do I get the Modern again? Because I ended up selling the Modern, and I wasn't sure if I wanted a Thor, because I wasn't sure if I wanted this piece. But then I got watching reviews, and I was... the more I watched it, you kind of convince yourself you like a piece sometimes. But the more I watched it, I really started appreciating this piece. I started appreciating the details and everything else. And one of the nice things about Rad Titan is they'll communicate with you. And I was messaging Geo back and forth because I know he had seen all these Thors in person and everything else. So I asked him his advice, and he was honest with me. He says the Modern Thor was all class and way more detailed. He said this piece was a little bit more like a giant Bowen piece, 1/4 scale Bowen piece, which I personally don't mind. But getting to talking about it, he did say this piece had more presence, that this piece really stood out in a collection. And we both agree that we like the huge arms on Thor. And that ended up being my big selling... Well, I had two big selling points for this for me and why I decided on this piece. Geo explaining that it had a lot of presence, so that's another reason. And that I love the arms on this Thor. Thor should have some huge arms. There were some complaints that his arms were too big. What are you talking about? I mean, Thor in the comics has big arms. Maybe not in the Kirby days and stuff like that, but Thor's always drawn with these huge arms, and I love it. It helps him stand out from the rest of my pieces. And then the veinage work and everything on the arms. Just love how everything is done with Thor's arms. Okay, that's something I wanted with my piece. And then the fact that he had a beard. Gonna be honest, not a huge Thor fan from reading the comics. I would read when Thor would come in, make a guest appearance once in a while. I was always a little bit, had a bit of a competitive feeling about Thor because Hulk's my favorite character, and so Hulk being the strongest one there is, and Thor being a god and everything else. So it was always like I kind of like getting those arguments of Hulk's stronger than Thor and everything else. But the movies got me really liking Thor, and then I started reading some Thor comics, and he's really kind of a cool character. So point being is I want him to have a beard. That's my point. Is I wanted a beard. The head sculpt without the beard is trash, and I don't see. Look, I'm sorry. If you like it, great. It's not trash for you. I don't like it. So it just wasn't the piece for me. As far as that other head sculpt, it sits nicely in the box. You have some other display options here, and you can watch. There's a bunch of other videos, and it's really not about that. But But this is how I always display them. I don't display them with the spinning hammer. It's a little too much for me. I wish the base was a little bit more, exciting. It's kind of a boring base. It definitely does have a Bowen feel to it. There's no question. But I love the arm sculpt. I love the face sculpt with the beard. I love the ears on the helmet, the wings on the helmet. It's just very cool looking. It's a very classic, very imposing piece. It does stand out in a collection. When my friends come over, they all comment about this piece. I have a lot of pieces, and they all say, "Wow, I really like that Thor." And I think because of the colors and because of how tall he is and his size and everything else, and his pose, just having that hammer out there and everything else, just really looks cool. But again, I want to thank Geo because I was really on the fence about getting this, and he really helped talk me through it and everything else. And I've had this piece for over a year now. I think, about a year, and I'm still as happy with it as the day I got it. And so it's a very cool piece. No complaints at all. But that's, again, I just wanted to say thanks to Geo. Alex is a good guy too. Alex, I've had a couple conversations with him, but they go out of their way to really be a part of the community that they've helped create on their sites and everything else. So I just wanted to say thanks. Guys, keep up the good work. Always love watching all the stuff you guys do. Hope you guys are able to do an Iron Studios Punisher someday. That I'm just curious because I know neither one of you are blown away by the pictures or anything. I'm curious to see what you think about it when you see it in person, but if you get a chance. But this is a great piece. I thought about getting the new premium format that Sideshow's done, which looks fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, it's a better piece than this piece, but it doesn't have a beard, and that's really what it boiled down to. Is I thought about trading this in to get that piece because I love the arm sculpt on that piece and everything, but and it's so well. Oh man, it's just a really good looking Thor, and congratulations to all those guys out there that got it. But he didn't have a beard, so I'm sticking with this piece. And I'm really happy with it, and it's a great piece. And thanks, Gio. Thanks, Rad Titan and Alex and everybody. And thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Try to get, I don't know how many more reviews I'm going to have coming up. I've run out of space, and I'm having trouble deciding if I want to sell anything to give myself some more space. So I'll probably be doing some more Jaws type stuff reviews. I got a lot of collectibles there that I don't review. Maybe I'll do a room tour pretty soon or do some old reviews. I got some older pieces that I could review, but I'm sure I'll be getting something. The next piece I got on order, I only got one piece on order, and that's the Batman Master Race by Prime One. And I don't even know. It's 1/3 scale, man. I kind of got that, and I'm like I was excited for it, but it's 1/3 scale. I'm so tempted to kind of maybe cancel it, but I don't know. We'll see. I can cancel it up till the last minute, so I can wait. Maybe some in-hand pictures will come in, and I'll get all excited again. But it's 1/3 scale. Hey, I'm rambling. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks, Gio. Thanks, Rad Titan, Alex. So talk to you guys later. Bye.